fan of Taylor Swift?
Yes, I did. Yes, I am a big fan of Taylor Swift. Who's Taylor Swift?
Lovely young girl, and he just happens to think that she is a great example. He thinks that she's really beautiful and talented, and that she's like, she takes her success, she deals with it very well, and he admires her for
Travis Kelce just got honey-slathered, tied up and bear-charged. First up, behind-the-scenes chaos from Happy Gilmore 2 as fans losing it over Travis's shirtless screamfest.
Nope, not a bear, not a bear. God damn you, bastard!
Then, Jack Antonoff breaks the internet with a mysterious pic that might scream TS12. Meanwhile, Ozzy Osbourne once called Taylor a real superstar, and fans are crying all over again posthumously. Theories are swirling that Swift cameo'd in Happy Gilmore 2 in disguise. Over in Kansas City, Travis and Patrick Mahomes are serving steak and swagger at their new restaurant, 1587 Prime.
I want to try them all. Let me just get a piece of this one. I can just tell from the first bite. I was like, yeah. Put truffle butter on that one. I heard it.
And finally, Kelce reportedly never clicked with Ryan Reynolds, sparking whispers of tension, unfollows, and a whole lot of Swiftie sleuthing. Travis nearly got bear-mauled in the most ridiculous way possible, and no, this wasn't some wild Kansas City bachelor party gone wrong. This was all part of Happy Gilmore 2, where football meets full-blown chaos and comedy. Netflix just dropped a behind-the-scenes look at Kelce's totally unhinged cameo, and it's already living rent-free in everyone's head. Big old Travis, shirt off, muscles flexing, getting tied up by none other than Bad Bunny, who plays Oscar Mejas, a golf caddy with more sass than skill. The next thing you know, Travis is dripping in honey like a snack, and someone in a bear costume charges at him while he screams like he just saw the Bengals' defensive line.
Nope, not a bear, not a bear. God damn you, bastard!
Adam Sandler, back as the hot mess legend Happy Gilmore, watches this go down with that "what even is my life" look before cracking up like the rest of us. Word is, Sandler thinks Kelce's the kind of guy who'd fit right in with his high school crew. Just a chill dude with locker room energy and no shame about making a total fool of himself for a laugh. Kelce plays the bougie, hard-nosed country club boss giving Oscar a hard time. Because why not make an NFL tight end the one guy on the golf course no one wants to mess with? And apparently Taylor Swift's name pops up because of course it does. Insiders say Sandler's daughters have met her a bunch, and she's always been a sweetheart. Hugs, smiles, the whole fairy tale vibe. Plus, with Tay and Trav already deep in the talking about the future phase, it looks like Kelce's rom-com life is thriving both on-screen and off. And speaking of thriving, the Swiftie universe just had a full-blown meltdown thanks to Jack Antonoff and what might be the most cryptic pair of legs in music history. Yep, the curly-haired Chaos King casually posted a studio pic. Nothing too wild at first glance, just Jack doing Jack things, strumming guitars, vibing with the band, and being all artsy. But oh no, the Swifties weren't fooled. Hidden in plain sight was the shot that shook the fandom, two very familiar-looking legs, cropped just above the knees like a suspense thriller teaser trailer. Now, normally legs aren't headline-worthy, unless you're Taylor, of course. Fans didn't even hesitate. They clocked those knees like FBI agents on espresso, claiming with 100% confidence, "That's Blondie, that's our girl." And honestly, they might be onto something. Because when it comes to album drops, Taylor's more secretive than your cousin's Finsta. And when Jack Antonoff strategically crops a photo, yeah, that's basically a bat signal to Swifties. The theories came flying in faster than you can say Easter egg. One fan pointed out the 12 photos on the wall in the background. Coincidence? Nope. They're screaming TS12 is coming like it's the second coming of 1989. Some are straight up demanding the full photo. Others are already mentally pre-saving the album on every platform known to man. Meanwhile, someone probably already matched those legs to Taylor's Eras Tour pics and filed it under Exhibit A in the Swiftie archives. And let's not forget the whispers that Tay has been filming a top-secret music video in NYC lately. Nothing confirmed, but when the Swiftie hive starts buzzing, something's always cooking. But turns out, the fan frenzy isn't just limited to teens with friendship bracelets and cat ears, because even Ozzy freaking Osbourne once caught the Swiftie bug. Yep, the Prince of Darkness himself, the man who literally bit the head off a bat, apparently had a soft spot for the Queen of Pop. Who would have thought that behind the eyeliner, skull rings, and growled vocals lived a secret Swiftie? Now, this isn't some new revelation dug up from the depths of Twitter chaos. This heart melter goes way back to 2014, when Ozzy randomly bumped into Taylor during what was probably the most unexpectedly wholesome celebrity run-in ever. Sharon spilled the tea on a talk show, saying Ozzy came back from that encounter looking like he'd just met royalty, and in his eyes, he had. Apparently he was floored, whispered something like, "Finally a real superstar." Not gonna lie, this from a guy who shared tour buses with literal demons hits different.
He is on record as saying that he loves Taylor Swift.
He does. She's a lovely young girl, and he just happens to think that she is a great example. He thinks that she's really beautiful and talented, and that she's like, she takes her success, she deals with it very well. And he admires her for that.
And the compliments didn't stop there. The man compared Tay to Grace Kelly and Audrey Hepburn in the same breath. That's some peak grandpa energy right there, except this grandpa headlined Ozfest and probably owns a leather cape. According to Sharon, Ozzy hadn't seen that kind of classy star power in decades, and said she just had that aura. Meanwhile, Taylor was all flattered and flustered, joking that Ozzy barely spoke when they met because he was too busy respectfully staring. Now with Ozzy's recent passing after his farewell show in Birmingham, where 42,000 fans showed up to say goodbye, this story hits even harder. And just when Swifties had finally dried their tears over Ozzy's sweet tribute, they were back in full tinfoil hat mode, spiraling over the possibility that Taylor Swift might have snuck into Happy Gilmore 2 in a bear costume. Yeah, you heard that right. Apparently Travis Kelce being tied up, honey-slathered, and nearly mauled by a bear wasn't chaotic enough. Now fans are convinced the honey-happy bear charging at him is none other than Miss Americana herself. The theory? Pure Swiftie energy. Travis stars as a grumpy maitre d' who fires Bad Bunny's character, then winds up half naked and terrified in Bunny's happy place dream. A bear enters, Travis screams, honey drips, and Swifties zoom in like, hold up, that bear's giving lover era posture. It all exploded after Netflix dropped a behind-the-scenes clip, and just like that, chaos was reborn. One fan flat out asked the internet, "What if I told you Taylor was the bear?" Which honestly sounds like the start of a conspiracy documentary we'd all binge. Fueling the madness? Taylor herself gave the film a glowing review on Instagram, calling it a 13 out of 10 and sealed it with a honeypot emoji. Coincidence? Swifties don't do coincidence. That emoji hit like a Morse code signal. Bear confirmed. Others started digging deeper, pointing out her suspiciously loud silence during the press buzz, tagging it all under Beargate. But plot twist, IMDb kinda rained on the furry fantasy. It lists someone named Brandon Allen Smith as the actual bear performer. Not exactly a poetic Swiftian alias. Then the co-producer chimed in with a behind-the-scenes dump, showing Travis chilling next to Brandon sans bearhead, looking less terrified and more like he just finished craft services. But the real kicker? They tagged Taylor's official Instagram account on the bear suit itself, just to troll the fans, obviously. And while Swifties were busy breaking down frame-by-frame footage of a fuzzy costume, Travis Kelce was switching gears from bear bait to bougie bites, because now he's opening a steakhouse with his QB bestie Patrick Mahomes, and let's just say it's giving fine dining with a side of touchdown swagger. Yep, 1587 Prime just dropped a sneak peek on Instagram, and these two looked way too hyped to be eating steak, like smiling like they just won another AFC Championship level hyped. There were sizzling cuts, slow-mo shots, and butter that had more screen time than most reality stars. We're talking white truffle butter, chili butter, garlic butter, and a torch-fired hibiscus butter that sounds like something a wizard made in a culinary Hogwarts. Mahomes claimed he knew it'd slap from the first bite, and honestly, his face looked like he'd just discovered flavor for the first time. Meanwhile, Travis wrote in the comments like he was announcing a Super Bowl parade, warning KC to buckle up. And of course, Mahomes chimed in with that classic coming soon energy that screams soft launch mode. The restaurant itself? Absolute football core. It's going to be 2 floors of swanky vibes right inside the Lowe's Hotel in downtown KC, featuring a 20-seat bar, VIP dining zones, and a tunnel entrance designed to make you feel like you're walking into Arrowhead with a fork. The only thing missing is a fog machine and someone yelling Omaha. There's no official opening date yet, but insiders say it'll be ready to roll before kickoff this fall. But while Travis is buttering steaks and planning touchdown-themed tablecloths, word on the celebrity streets is that not everything's sizzling in his social circle, because apparently things between him and Ryan Reynolds are less buddy comedy, more cold shoulder. Yep, insiders are whispering that Travis and Ryan never really vibed, despite Taylor playing social DJ and trying to get her man and her bestie's man to be bromance goals. From the outside, it looked like a star-studded dream. Taylor, Blake Lively, Ryan and Travis doing double dates, hitting Super Bowls, sipping champagne in VIP boxes like the Avengers of pop culture. But behind the scenes, Apparently, Kelce wasn't exactly Deadpool's biggest fan. Word is, Travis found Ryan to be a little too Hollywood. You know, the kind of guy who's always on even when he's off. While Ryan's cracking one-liners and delivering Oscar-level smirks, Travis is more of a chicken wing in the locker room kind of guy. And then came the plot twist that could have been written by Shonda Rhimes. Blake Lively's name somehow got tangled in the It Ends With Us legal drama surrounding Justin Baldoni's film. Taylor was reportedly not thrilled about that, and when her BFF's team couldn't get her name untangled fast enough, things got icy. The never look back after betrayal Taylor allegedly ghosted the friendship faster than she changes stage outfits. Now insiders say Tay and Blake are no longer talking, which means Travis doesn't have to pretend to laugh at Ryan's aviation gin jokes anymore. In fact, he's apparently gone full digital cold turkey and unfollowed Ryan. Swifties noticed. Obviously, they notice everything. Like these fans probably know what Travis had for breakfast before he unfollowed. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.